Hey everybody, Dr. Joey Kramer at Hope Upper Cervical Spine Center here with another episode of Spinal Corner, where we talk about all things related to chiropractic and more specifically upper cervical chiropractic. Today I want to come to you with the five rules that you need to assess when picking a chiropractor. I feel like over the decades that we have been exposed to this, that many of us have been given faulty promises. Many of us have had bad experiences. Many of us have gone through the ringer when it comes to engaging my beautiful profession. And that is a fault of our own, really in our marketing. And it's also a fault of our own in a grasp of honestly communicating with our patients what we are trying to achieve. So rule number one, you should always have a free consult. That is super important with any medical practitioner whatsoever. You can use the word free. Psychologically, we like the word complimentary because it makes you feel better, warm and fuzzy about it. Whatever. Regardless, you need about a 20 to 30 minute window to where you can sit down with that doctor. They may charge you $50. I like to do complimentary because it's just time, right? And find out and pick their brain and see if what you are trying to achieve, right, your goals, is something that they, one, have experience with, and two, are formidable in helping you navigate that in your life. Number two, they need to have an objective measure or an objective process to help qualify the existence of your problem. So many of us love to come into the chiropractor, right? We come and say, Doc, just right here, man, it's just, can you get in there, right? Can you get that? And unfortunately, that's not really what chiropractic is, right? You're better off going to a massage therapist. You're better off talking to a PT, an athletic trainer, right? Somebody that may just be like, trap's a little tight. Maybe you need to get on that foam roller a little bit, get a lacrosse ball in there, watch some YouTube videos or something. When you come into our side of the world, what we need to evaluate is the integrity of your neurological system. In my office, I use HEAT. HEAT is a gold standard. We use a system called Titronics. It is computerized infrared thermography, and it is designed to evaluate how well you can regulate your autonomic system. You got a gas pedal, you got a brake pedal. We're Westerners. We have way too much gas pedal. We need to figure out how much of that gas pedal is being pressed in order to help calm that system down. That second rule should guide your entire course of care, meaning that you should have that test performed before and after a chiropractic adjustment is delivered. Super, super important. Number three, third rule when picking a chiropractor, they must take x-rays. You cannot fix what you cannot see. I don't know about you, but I can't get in my massive neck and figure out where the heck that bone is going at this point in time, right? Especially when you're playing down to the level of millimeters and degrees of rotation, where 2 degrees can change the entire adjustment given, right? That's not something you're gonna feel, nor is it something that you will have the assessment skills to use a finger to come in and be like, oh yeah, it's stuck right here. I totally feel it. Stupid, not true. You need an x-ray, and you need x-rays to be done periodically. You need them to be explained to you. The doctor should have the ability, should have the gander to sit down and say, Mrs. Jones, I'm here to tell you today that you have a less than ideal structure, and this is why. When we look at this angle, we look at this measurement, and we put this picture together, the reason that you're suffering from X symptom is because of X misalignment that is giving you this presentation, right? Like, we need to be able to have that conversation with you as a patient and help you navigate that and make it make sense, right? That's number three. Number four, you should not be adjusted every single time you go into a chiropractor's office. Do I need to say that again? You should not be adjusted every time you go to a chiropractor. Well, doc, what is the service then? The service is determining when an adjustment is necessary, giving the actual adjustment, and then leaving your body alone. Let you heal. You people do not need to go to the chiropractor like a crack addict, right? We don't need to be going in there and taking a shot of tequila every 5 minutes, right? You don't need to be manipulated in your back and your spine your lumbar spine, your thoracic spine, your neck, your hips, your elbows, your fingers, all these things. That's not good, right? It's not true. It's not honest. It's not virtuous. And it's a delivery of the art and science of this noble profession, right? That's why number 2 is so important. We need to objectively measure when there is a problem present. Number 3, that third rule, we need to know where we need to fix that problem. And that fourth rule, we need to leave it the hell alone. Let you heal. Let you go through life. Let you actually build resiliency and adaptation. And my 5th rule when choosing a chiropractor is you got to have fun. You got to like the guy or the woman, right? You got to love them. You guys are going to have a lot of time together. You're going to talk about a whole lot of topics, right? And you need to be able to be yourself and be comfortable around that doctor, right? This isn't a white coat profession where I am the smart doctor and you are the ignorant peon and you're going to do everything I say. No, this is a profession designed to help you navigate towards your goals, to ask questions, to bounce ideas off of us, to say, hey, what do you think about this? Have you heard about eating this way? What do you know about doing these exercises? What do you think about following this person or doing this mobility, etc., right? All those things are really awesome ideas, all things that we are probably interested in. But remember, 5 rules. You got to have a consult. Ideally, it's complementary to you. You need to take objective measures to find out if there is the presence of neurological issues. Number 3, you got to take x-rays. And you can't just take them once and send the patient on their way. You got to take them throughout their care, right? Preferably every 6 to 8 weeks. Let's measure the change, right? You go to a trainer, he measures your waist every 6 to 8 weeks. Why don't we take x-rays every 6 to 8 weeks? You go to the dentist, he takes them twice a year, right? These are normal protocols. Number 4, you shouldn't be adjusted every single damn time you're in the office. In fact, it's ideal that you get to a point to where we can space out your visits to the T on which you need that adjustment, right? That's the big goal here, is to actually give you time to live life. You don't need to be in here all the time. Number 5, you got to like us, right? We got to have a relationship. You got to be able to communicate. You have to be able to talk. You can't be afraid of coming into the office. Those, my friends, are the 5 rules from Hope Upper Cervical, from this week's episode of the Spinal Corner, to navigating choosing a chiropractor.